Welcome, Junior Tuckies. Welcome to question 4 of the exam questions for skills. Before you do the exam questions, make sure you watch my theory videos. Make sure you print the worksheet and have the memo with you at hand. Right, let's get down to question 4. Before you actually look at the questions, make sure you read the introduction. If you look at this question, you can see there's 3 questions and it is 10 marks. Right, let's read. A group of grade 12 learners in school were asked to conduct a survey to determine whether right-handedness or left-handedness is more common amongst learners in the FET phase. Handedness is the dominance of one hand over the other. As part of planning, the learners did the following. They asked the permission from the principal, collected recording material, decided on the recording method. The results of the investigation are shown as seen in the table. Right, question 4.1. State any other 2 planning steps for the investigation. Right, let's go to a clearer question. Any other 2 planning steps? Other 2 planning steps, as you can see here, these are the planning steps. So we must have answers that don't include what is already stated. Now this question is only for 2 marks. So you're going to ask people if they have right-handed or they left-handed. So firstly, you need permission from the participant. Another question is you must determine the sample size, meaning, so don't just say sample size, you must determine the sample size, meaning determine how many people you're going to actually ask what handedness do they have. If you look at the memo, you can see you can also decide, have the answer of the venue, the date, the time, and how you're going to actually collect the information. But they only ask for 2, so make sure you know 2 correct answers. Right, then if you look at number 4.2, they ask you state a conclusion for the investigation. State a conclusion for the investigation. That now, if you look at the results, you can see that there are more boys and girls that have right-handed than left-handed. So that is your conclusion. You will see there are more right-handed learners than left-handed learners, and that would be for 2 marks. Right. Draw a bar graph to represent the information in the table. Now, with the bar graph, as you can see, I've drawn it here already. You draw your axis. And you must have the 0 at the origin. Your scale numbers, I've chosen 40 to go up in multiples of 40. So it'll be 40, 80, 120, 160. And your variable is written here, your dependent variable. You are measuring the number of learners. Then, the handedness is on the x-axis. And then I have drawn my bars. Make sure the spaces between the bars are exactly the same. And make sure the width of the bars are also the same. And your heading, number of left-handed and right-handed learners for both genders. And then at the bottom I wrote B and G, B and G. B and G stands for boy and girls, and then I put the dots. Dots means left-handed, and the clear block is obviously for right-handed. So make sure you have a key. Right, this is how you draw your graph, and make sure there must be a space between the y-axis and the bar. Okay, and you always use a ruler to draw your graph, and you make sure that your graph is about half a page big. Thank you for joining me for this question. Join me for all the other questions. Thank you.